Hello, Jags. I'm Mary Hawkins Butler, and I am honored to be your mayor. I'm your biggest fan. Not only do you compete athletically, but also academically. Oh, we are so proud of you. You compete locally, you compete regionally, and nationally. We know that the time is now. You can make your mark. Go out and get it. Nothing is impossible. We are behind you, and we love you.
At Merit Health Medical Group, our mission is to provide high-quality health care in a convenient hometown location. Our team of primary and specialty care providers is here to take care of your family's immediate medical needs. With over 30 clinics and numerous specialties in Central Mississippi, we're here to help you live a happier, healthier life. Merit Health Medical Group. Good health is just around the corner.
At Mac Hike, football is in our blood. It's about teamwork, hard work, and dedication. Kind of like selling cars. And Mac Hike, well, we're the best in the game. You won't find lower prices on new trucks anywhere else than at Mac Hike. No matter what brand you pick, you always get up to $14,000 off MSRP on your new Ford, Ram, or Chevrolet. And that's what's called having skin in the game. Visit any of our 5 Mac Hike locations today.
Get that great Mac Hike feeling.
Quality, integrity, and excellence. Kincaid's Fine Clothing, Old Town Square, Ridgeland.
Welcome to the Coach Anthony Hart Show here on the Madison Central Football Network, mcbigblue.com, Super Talk Mississippi 97.3. As always, brought to you by Kincaid's Fine Clothing. Coach got it started, the Red Carpet Bowl, 42-0 win over Vicksburg. It was an early start, not as early as we thought, but turned out to be a great evening. A lot of people there. Miss Mississippi was there, and the Jaguars came to play.
Yeah, by the time we got ready to play, weather was good. It wasn't real hot. Of course, it's hot, but not for August standards. But, you know, it was a good night. We enjoyed the Red Carpet Bowl. We thought it was a unique experience. A lot of people there, and they did a good job putting it on.
Coach, I thought defensively we did well. Anytime you can pitch a shutout, I don't care who it's against, your defense did their job. Creek Robertson leads the team with 5 tackles, and really outstanding. I thought we tackled much better than we did in the Jamboree. Defense looked a lot better.
Yes, we did. We ran to the ball well. We tackled well. We wanted a lot of missed tackles like it was the first week, and you know that comes from emphasis from the defensive staff. I thought they did a good job of cleaning some things up that we were kind of concerned about in the Jamboree week, but there's a little different scheme versus not scheme, so you know it was a good night for them.
Coach, obviously it was great to see Andre Mack get 2 tackles and then to get that big pick right at the end. A young man who's had a long journey back from injury. Yes,
last year this time or mid-season, we weren't sure what his football future would be with us, and he did a lot of work in rehab and a lot of extra work to get back with us, and you know he's going to get better every week. He's not back yet, but when he gets full speed, he's going to be special. Well,
you told me you felt like he may have been your best player last year on defense, and then to lose him in mid-season in such a terrible injury, just a freak accident. But you know, it shows a lot about his character to fight through that, to get back. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy. He had to put in a lot of time.
Special teams, too, as well. I thought we kicked the ball off well. 6 kickoffs, 4 touchbacks. That's huge. Anytime you can force a team out to the 20, no return. Obviously, the most violent part of the game is a kickoff return. There's no doubt about it. You see injury, you see a lot of things like that, and you also see a lot of touchdowns given up. And when you can put it for a touchback, it's huge, huge advantage for you in the high school level.
Yeah, I tell our kickers that all the time. You're the best kickoff coverage we have. You kick it in the end zone, we don't have to cover. Saves time, saves injury. But again, that's something that you really don't know as a coach how hard you want to do that in practice, because you know if you have those violent hits in practice, you're going to lose kids. So we really rather not have to do that much.
Punted the ball well as well. I thought I was sitting there watching him at halftime as well. He easily hitting 50, 55-yard punts. So that's a 45-yard punt all day long in your book. I thought the new guys on the kicking team, they looked really good.
Good kickers. We got 3 good kickers and a good punter, and I think they'll get better every week.
You're watching and listening to the Coach Anthony Hart Show here on the Madison Central Football Network, mcbigblue.com, and Super Talk Mississippi 97.3.
Whether you're looking for a mortgage to help with that starter home, want to start saving for law school, need a business loan for your bakery, or a personal loan for your dream car, we'll be here. No matter what your financial goals may be, we can help tailor a plan to help you reach them.
Accidents aren't planned. Mississippi Sports Medicine Orthopedic Urgent Care. You're in, you're out. You're better.
It's game day. All you should be worried about is the score, because we've got the food covered. With fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day in Georgia blue. It's like a home-cooked meal. How mama makes you feel, that's what we do. Oh yeah. The time is now to make memories with all your friends. We'll be looking for you, so y'all come on in. This family around here, it's Georgia blue.
In Madison, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Rodney Stokes for your insurance and financial needs.
Welcome back to the Coach Anthony Hart Show here on the Madison Central Football Network, mcbigblue.com, Super Talk Mississippi 97.3, as always brought to you by Kincaid's Fine Clothing. Coach, offensively, we did what we thought we were going to do, ran the ball very, very well. Offense rushed 246 yards, averaging about 6.3 yards per carry. That's getting it done on the ground. I know that's what you like to see, but we balanced it as well.
Yes. You know, it was a good night. You know, you got Duke, Jimmy, Javarius, all back from last year, who were our main guys last year, and they just, you know, kind of started back where we left off. And, you know, we have a lot of confidence in those guys. You know, they just know what to do in our scheme, and it's going to be a great year for those 3.
Well, Duke had a touchdown, 23 touches, 110 yards. And then Javarius comes in, 82 yards, 8 carries, and 2 touchdowns. They're really 2 different backs, aren't they? The way they play, and it makes it tougher on defenses.
Yeah, Javarius is a hammer. He's going to come in and he's going to hit it hard and fast, and he's going to hammer you if you try to tackle him. Duke's a little different type of runner. He's going to be a little more shifty and find the crease a little quicker. But you know, those 2 guys together are hard to handle. And
then Jimmy, he's really our 3rd back as well when he wants to be. 8 carries, a touchdown for 54 yards. And then through the air, 13 of 20 for 160 yards, 2 touchdowns, 9 different receivers. That's something that I hadn't seen in a while, and we really spread the ball around well.
Yeah, we've got a lot of guys that are pretty equal. You know, and when you have a lot of guys that are pretty equal, you know, you can spread it around like that.
Tyler Austin with 3 catches, 36 yards, a touchdown as well, 406 yards of total offense. I would say that was a good night, and I presumed you were able to do everything you intended to.
We did. We got to see the folks we wanted to see, and see them able to perform in a game situation, and you know, we hadn't mentioned the offensive line much, but you know, they did a great job also.
Maybe the biggest group I've seen here since I've been here. They obviously are big. They're athletic, and they were controlling the line of scrimmage. And when you can do that, you can run the ball, you can pass, you can do what you want to do.
Biggest group we've had since I've been here, and hopefully by the end of the year we can sit here and I can say this is the best group we've had. But you know, they've got some work to do, but they're going to get better every week.
Coach Anthony Hart here with us on the Coach Anthony Hart Show. Coach, Madison Central moved up to number 1 in the polls. Brandon at number 2. They're all the hype's here, TV's here. Everybody you can imagine is going to be here. The Jungle's rocking tonight. How you keep the team focused with that and having to deal with all this hype?
Just embrace it. Just embrace it and just stress how excited we ought to be to have the opportunity. You don't get this opportunity a lot. You know, the rankings are irrelevant, but it gives a great matchup because, you know, in Mississippi we're concerned about playoff football when the time comes. But it is special to be able to do this, especially against a team like Brandon.
And no doubt the rivalry is strong between these two. We'll come back and talk about the Brandon Bulldogs when we return here on the Madison Central Football Network, mcbigblue.com, Super Talk Mississippi 97.3. Welcome back to the Coach Anthony Hart Show here on the Madison Central Football Network, mcbigblue.com. Super Talk Mississippi 97.3 is always brought to you by Kincaid's Fine Clothing. We're at home, Coach, in the jungle. We got a new Jumbotron up there. We got the Bulldogs in town. It's going to be a hard ticket here to get tonight. The visitor stands are going to be full. The tailgate's going to be full. Everybody's here. And, of course, a big ball game for these young Jaguars early in this season.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a test. We've got all those new guys on defense. They hadn't been in any type of environment or game like this. Our offensive guys, a lot of them have played in this type of environment before, but we're going to have a lot of people on the field that haven't. And so we're going to have to kind of grow up kind of in front of our own eyes with some of these guys. But, I think they'll be ready, and I think they'll be excited, and I think it'll be a good night for them.
Well, they knocked off Starkville, the perennial number one, 27-21 last week. I know there was some controversy in that game, but still the bottom line, they threw the ball for 277 yards, and Will Rogers had 3 passing touchdowns. This secondary is going to be tested tonight, aren't they?
No doubt about it. We're going to have to play well. Those cornerbacks we have don't have a lot of experience, but, they've worked all summer at it and got a jamboree under their belt, a game under their belt, so they're going to get better every week, and we're excited about seeing them.
Well, there's no doubt about it. You've got the senior quarterback, Will Rogers. They got 5 senior receivers that are talented. There's no doubt about it, and that's what we're going to see. They didn't rush the ball much at all. So defensively, you're going to have to scheme a little different for this football team, aren't you?
Yes, we are. You got to stop the pass, whichever way you choose to do it, but there's going to be some times when we know they're going to throw it, and everybody knows they're going to throw it, and we just got to step up and make a play somewhere.
Coach, if we can get some pressure on him and make him make some decisions that he doesn't want to, hopefully can turn that into, a defensive, maybe a defensive turnover for the defense, something like that. Obviously, that's something you're going to work for. The way these guys, I guess, kind of call it an air raid, if you will. They're definitely going to throw the ball.
Yes, they are, and they do a good job doing it. They have good schemes, good players. It's hard to handle, but you're going to have 2 or 3 of these games this year where you're going to play a primarily passing unit, and this is one of them.
Coach, the first game, excitement on campus. Kids have been focused this week. I know kind of going back to what we said, a lot of hype, a lot of things like this. But this is excitement, probably, and I don't mean any disrespect to Vicksburg, but this I'm sure to the kids is going, hey, this is our real test here. It's time. We're ready to play. This is the one. We got to see it, and we got to see us perform tonight.
Yeah, a little different deal than last week. The kids know it. It's no use trying to fool them. They know the difference between the last week and this week, and it'll be a different type of prep and mindset and just preparing for the game.
Coach, best of luck tonight to you, your staff, the players, and everybody involved with Madison Central football. Big ball game here tonight. A lot of people here, a lot of politicians here, a lot of TV here. I hope the best of luck and we come out and get a W in this great atmosphere tonight.
We're going to give it a shot.
You've been listening and watching the Coach Anthony Hart Show here on the Madison Central Football Network. We'll return to the field after this timeout. All right, and if you're late now, you can blame Billy. You can't blame me.
All right.
You made a promise to work, to lend a hand, to push, to build, to invest yourself, to make a difference. You made a promise, and so did we. To Mississippi, to each other. Bank Plus, it's more than a name, it's a promise.